So there's a small YouTube channel named Dhar Mann Studios, and his content kind of blows. His video has so many holes in it, it gives me trypophobia, and I've made it a goal to make a video every single week just calling out his tomfoolery, his little belligerent acts. There's this controversy a while back by another YouTuber named Corey Kinshin, and he made a video a while back about how YouTube could potentially be discriminating or being prejudiced at the very least in some way, because he was receiving unfair treatment by YouTube about a certain video he made on a game called Mortuary Assistant. And yeah, I kind of agree. Every single company or every single corporation has some level of discrimination, but not to the level where YouTube has most of the time. And the reason why I bring that up is because I think that some aspect of YouTube is allowing Dhar Mann to freely stereotype a lot of people. In one of my previous videos, which really blew up, thank you guys for your support, I called out that he was a little bit racist towards Caucasians, because around 90.4% of his videos just paint the Caucasian person as racist, but some people apparently believe that white people happen to be more racist, which is ironically is racist itself, but I'll put that aside. So today, I'm going to be diving back into that piggy pen, but this time I'll talk a little bit more about him being racist as well as being ableist. Once again, I'm simply speculating based on certain observations about his videos. I'm not actually 100% sure, but doing content like this reveals a lot about your morals, so I'm just going to use them to my advantage to make arguments about you, Dhar Mann. So with that being said, let's begin. This segment's going to be real quick because I just want to build up on a point that I mentioned a while ago, where in an earlier video I mentioned how I would need his hiring roster because 90.4% of videos dealing with race make the Caucasian guy the racist one, which is kind of, racist in and of itself, but I digress. My conclusion from looking at a few of these videos brings me to the conclusion that I won't really need it at all, because he kind of shows it in his videos right off the bat. Out of the 67 videos he's made in the past month, only 3 to 4 of them, probably 5, star a person of Hispanic or Latino descent. His studio is located in the city of Los Angeles, and since we're out of COVID, we can safely assume that in-person auditions will be relevant to their hiring process. And if they don't do auditions, that explains the shit acting in their videos. But anyways, having in-person auditions would be able to help Dhar Mann conclude who the person is, including their race. So, according to a study done by UCLA, Los Angeles includes a population that has 49% Hispanics and Latinos. You can probably see where I'm getting at. There's no way Dhar Mann isn't starring a lot of Hispanics or Latinos without discriminating on a good majority of them. I heard about it somewhere in a Reddit post where Dhar Mann might be discriminating in the hiring process, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, do what you will with that information. It's kind of weird how Dhar Mann doesn't have a lot of Hispanics or Latinos on board for the past 2 months, and that's kind of weird considering he's pumped out 67 videos, which, by the way, I have this glorious screenshot of him just pumping out content after content, which I can respect that grind, honestly. 24 hours straight after you have new content ready. He's just a content farm at this point. And also, just as a side note, what the fuck does ideas manager mean? I mean, sure, maybe you manage ideas, but do you file each script or something? Do you just go out there and shuffle around ideas and go oh, this idea kind of needs a little bit more work? Are you just a friend? Are you paying someone to be your friend, Dhar Mann? That's kind of depressing, man. So you see, Dhar Mann fam, it's always the usual suspects. Okay, so while writing the script, Dhar Mann posted a video called Fastest Runner Outruns Cops After Stealing, and this thumbnail is not a good look for you, my guy. This looks pretty fucking bad. Now, in case you can't see the problem, it's a stereotype that people of African descent tend to steal a lot, and they're also portrayed as very athletic, specifically as track runners, which Dhar Mann has done a lot, making Africans the sportiest sport guys in general, or at least from what I've seen when I type in Dhar Mann sport. The video is basically about this guy who steals from people. He gets caught and then somehow becomes a track runner through Dhar Mann magic. The video had literally no other message at all besides don't steal, and if you're gonna steal, don't be a bitch about it. But in the video, he always talks about how the kid who is stealing has PTSD out of nowhere because of gun violence. And that's just kind of weird, because now you're making the actor scared of guns because his dad, an African American, dealt with gun violence. It's overall just a bad video, but if you really want to go watch it, you can check it out yourself and draw your own conclusions. But I personally think that Dhar Mann is at a point where he's just victimizing people and just making people, the victim, too much, to the point where he's making them like kind of look weak and insecure, and kind of just making them either look bad or look like they're the victim often, or he downplays their suffering, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, just a friendly reminder that this dipshit talks about how autism is a different ability, which is so fucking condescending. He's downplaying the struggles of autism, going like, oh no, they're not struggling, they simply just do things differently, you know? But the reality is that Dhar Mann makes these messages that are probably meant to be nice, but he just comes from an either insincere or offending and naive place. And I don't think people should support him anymore. He's just a big fucking asshole. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Overall, he gives really bad life lessons, never solves any problem, and a guy who mistreats his workers and stereotypes races, as well as potentially discriminating against them, is a real piece of shit. And I wouldn't put it past him. Because of the work environment that the actors work in, or like they have to work in, I wouldn't put it past him that he might actually be discriminating against people of other races, specifically Hispanic or Latinos for some reason. My next video on Dhar Mann's probably gonna be about calling him out on how he exploits poverty and the way he frames poverty. He's a rich guy, so you know that this is gonna be a dick move on his part. But anyways, I really thank you all for your support. It makes my day a lot. I'll try my best to continue making content. Might do bingo on Dhar Mann or SS Sniper Wolf. Probably Dhar Mann, because I'm really just not liking Dhar Mann at this point. I really don't feel like he's a good guy. I think he's an absolute insufferable asshole. Or I might just do both. I don't know, it depends on what I'm feeling like. Anyways, I have a massive migraine as I'm writing this right now. So that wraps up my summary of what my content will be like later on in the future. I just had a stroke saying that, Jesus Christ. But anyways, have a good day everyone, and bye.